Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are keeping fine. Students, in this video, I'm going to discuss the first lesson from your supplementary reader book. And the name of the lesson is The Adventures of Toto. This beautiful lesson is written by the famous writer Ruskin Bond. Do you remember in class 8 you have read some of his stories, and is the same writer about whom we are going to who has written this lesson about the adventures of Toto. Now let me tell you, Toto is the name of a pet monkey who was very mischievous. Let me tell you one thing, that monkey was brought by author's grandfather, Ruskin Bond's grandfather, and in this story, the story gives the details of the mischiefs of that monkey, and by doing certain mischiefs, how the monkey had to face certain adventures. It's a very interesting lesson. I hope you will enjoy that. I want you to just take your book. In your book, it is the second lesson, The Adventures of Toto. And you know, only monkeys are very popular for their mischiefs. Have you ever heard someone domesticating a monkey as a pet? In case if someone domesticates the monkey as a pet, what can be the problems that can be caused? Let us have a look at the lesson here. As I told you, this monkey was brought by author's grandfather. So I'll read out the lines from the lesson and then I'll explain it to you. Grandfather brought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. So this monkey was brought by grandfather. From where did he bring that? He purchased it from a Tonga driver. What is Tonga? Tonga is a cart drawn by horses. So there was a Tonga driver, and the Tonga driver used to keep that monkey. He used to tie his monkey to a feeding trough. Feeding trough means a container used for feeding the monkey. He used to tie it there, and the monkey looked so out of place there that the monkey didn't look nice there, tied in one of the containers that was on the Tonga. It didn't look proper, and therefore grandfather decided that he will purchase the monkey and he will add one more animal to his private zoo. Here private zoo is his house with so many animals. Let me tell you one thing. Ruskin Bond has talked about his grandfather and his grandfather's love for animals in other stories as well. In one of the stories, he has talked about his grandfather keeping a tiger at home. About his grandfather's pet tiger. So here it's a monkey. Now let us read about what sort of monkey was Toto. Toto was a pretty monkey, very pretty, very good looking. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were purely white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life of the life of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies, but his hands looked dried up as though they had been pricked in the sun for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks, also served as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. So he was a very pretty monkey. He had got sparkling, shining, bright eyes, which were filled with mischief that could be noticed below his deep eyebrows, and his teeth, they were like white pearls, and whenever he gave out a smile, he used to show his teeth, and his smile often made the elderly ladies, Anglo-Indian ladies, because Ruskin Bond was a British, and Anglo-Indian refers to those British men who settled in India. They didn't go back, okay? So his smile scared those elderly ladies, and his hands were so dried up, it looked as if they were exposed to the sun for a long, long time, and the condition was like that, as if they got sunburn. His fingers were very quick and wicked. Most of the mischiefs were done using his hands, and then adding to his hands there was a tail, and the tail, according to grandfather, it will add to good looks of that animal. But here, in the case of the monkey, the tail served as a third hand for him, which he used to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up delicacy that might be out of the reach of his hands. He used that tail to pick up something which he could not reach by his hands. Grandmother always fused when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. Yes. Yeah, until she was in a good mood. So grandmother was a lady who didn't like these animals, and they decided not to reveal the presence of the monkey to grandmother until she was in some good mood. You find some people are very irritating when it comes to pets or animals. They're very irritated to see these animals. Grandmother was also like that. So they wanted to keep it a secret and reveal the secret, tell her the secret only when she is in a good mood. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. So he was kept in a closet somewhere that was near his bedroom wall. He was tied there properly to a peg fastened to the wall. He was tied to something there that was fixed on the wall. He was tied in a secure place where grandmother would not happen to see him. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release him, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. I wonder what grandmother what grandmother would say. But grandfather didn't worry. Grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. So they kept him at a safe place near Ruskin Bond's, in Ruskin Bond's bedroom, where others would not notice, in some closet, in some, you can say, covered place. He was tied up. But after some time, when the author and his grandfather, when they reached that place to see him, it was found that the coverings were damaged. Even the author's blazer got damaged. And the author was thinking as to what grandmother would say after seeing that condition. His grandfather took it just normally. He didn't react. For him, it was, you can say, normal thing, and he seemed happy with Toto's performance. Instead of getting angry, it seemed that author's grandfather was pleased with Toto's performance. "He's clever," said grandfather. "Given time, I'm sure he could have tied the torn piece of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window." Then grandfather spoke up. He said that the monkey is clever enough. If he would have got some more time, then he would have tied the torn pieces of broken pieces of your blazer. He would have tied them together, made a rope, and he would have escaped from the house through the window. His presence in the house still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarter, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companions to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, decided to take him along. So Toto's presence in the house was still a secret. Then when they saw that he could not be kept in the author's bedroom, they decided to shift him to a cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of pets lived together. And they were adjusted. Those pets were very adjustable among themselves. A pair of rabbits, a squirrel, a pet goat, a tortoise. But the monkey was very different. He wouldn't allow any of the animals to come near him, nor to sleep at night. So grandfather, who had to go to Dehradun, to collect his pension, decided to take the monkey along with him. So when he took that decision to take the monkey along with him to Saharanpur, there were many other mischiefs that were done by the monkey. We'll get to know that, but as the lesson is a long one, I'll be continuing that in the next part of my video. So in this video, I'll discuss only this much. You watch the video nicely so that the doubts can be cleared and you will understand the lesson nicely. Thank you for watching this video.